Hi, I'm DJ,
I'm Salad.
and this is our Scott Pilgrim review. We went to see it in the cinema 2 days ago, and it's pretty good. It was alright, but I thought it was okay.
I thought it was awesome in my opinion. Did you not think it was awesome?
Not really.
Give me your viewpoint on it
Yeah,
without spoilers.
yeah. I think it was good. Like I lived up to some of its expectation, but seeing as there's so much, hype going around, I thought it'd be a lot better than it was. I love the idea of no spoilers, don't worry. But I love the idea of like the way that like kind of video game style, comic book style movie as well.
That's a huge
Yeah,
spoiler.
it's not really.
No, it's not. I'm just
You
joking.
see it in the trailer, but
It's a
like,
fucking joke.
yeah, I know. I'm sorry, but yeah, there's a lot of comic bookish things, and they're pretty cool. They make the movie seem, I don't know, different. It's like unique. I don't think I've seen it in a movie. Not even in Watchmen. I think I love Watchmen, but
Or
like,
any other movies
yeah,
like X-Men, Spider-Man, Hulk.
it,
If you can watch Hulk, I mean, yeah, it's not a Hulk review. I'm sorry. Continue.
but yeah, there was a lot of, I love the fight scenes. The fight scenes were done really well. Like for all the fights, whatever, they were really well orientated and stuff, or coordinated. Sorry, excuse me. But like, most of it, some of the parts in the movie didn't seem really true to the comic book itself, which I read some of with Salad the other day. But there was some vital parts really that they left out. Why Scott was so powerful, why he was going out with some girls at the start. There's a lot of story behind it all, which I know if you read the comic, but most film goers don't really read the comics before they see films or whatever. They don't read books or whatever. They just watch the movies if they're hardcore film fans. So I didn't really understand some of it till I read the comic afterwards. So it's kind of annoying. But there's some parts which I preferred in the comic than the movie, and there wasn't that many parts in the movie which I preferred to the comics because the comic is pretty amazing. But yeah, I'll give Salad's views on things.
Um, well, my turn viewpoint. I read the first comic before going to watch the movie, so I knew what was happening. I knew why Scott was powerful. I'm not going to give spoilers. Just fucking read the comic if you want to find that out. Anyway, I thought it was well done. My only criticism is that the actor, Michael Cera, is it?
I don't know.
I
Yeah,
think that's his name anyway. I don't think he was the right character for Scott, like the right actor, because Michael Cera, you've seen in movies like from let's say Superbad, Juno, and Youth in Revolt.
yeah.
Yeah, in those um, movies, his roles were pretty much shy, reserved, nervous, stuff like that. Like
The nerdy kid,
nerdy
really.
kid,
Yeah.
really. And Scott is a 23-year-old freeloader who lives with his roommate. That's not a big spoiler. He lives with a roommate, big whoop. Anyway, I just thought maybe someone else would have done good, but it's good that they had a Canadian kid as Scott because Scott Pilgrim is based in Canada. And anyway, I think you should read the first comic at least going into the movie. If you want to read the second, if you want to read all the comics before going to the movie, be my guest. The comics are awesome, in my opinion. The comics are way better than the movie. But you can say that about any movie, can't you? Really.
Apart from Watchmen, I fucking loved the movie.
That's probably because it
Yeah.
was true to the comic
Yeah,
anyway.
it was amazing. I love Watchmen.
So
Like, to be honest, about the character whole thing, they could have got, in my opinion, I know you want a popular actor to make the movie better, but the thing is, the comic itself was popular at the time. They didn't really need an all-star cast. They just needed maybe a new character altogether that pretty much, I know you can't really look like a comic book character, but to be honest, if you look at Michael or whatever his name, I think it's Michael. But
Michael
like,
Cera.
yeah, if you look at Michael, like he does not look like anything like what you would imagine the comic book character to be. I imagine him to be a bit, buffer and he more cocky and stuff because he was cocky in the.
he was a skinny bastard.
Yeah,
What the hell
I
are you
don't know.
on
He just
about?
he's able to fight anyway. And it doesn't really show. He just seems like the wimpy character again, which isn't the right style. He's not supposed to be wimpy. He's not supposed to
And
be.
his
you know.
voice as well makes him sound wimpy. I'm
Yeah.
not trying to mock him or anything. He's an awesome actor. I love his movies. But I imagine him still as what's his name? Anyway, I can't remember his name super. I imagine him as that character every time I see a movie
Yeah.
with him.
Yeah.
Maybe that will stick to him throughout his career. I don't know. Or maybe he can just build up more confidence when he was acting out. Because you can't really see the confidence that Scott is supposed to have.
Yeah.
I mean, Scott is a bloody cocky bastard.
Yeah.
Excuse the language again. I'm sorry, I'm bad. I swear a lot.
But like, I like what they did with Ramona. They did a pretty good job with Ramona. She was a good actress and she fitted the part pretty well. They did her hair perfectly, blah blah, all that.
And she's not that much famous of an actress, is she?
She's in a few movies, but you know they picked out a good character. She was hot. She's really hot, and
Stop.
it makes like I can't really spoiler alert for those who are gonna watch the movie. You know, pause it here, skip a few seconds ahead. Um, like he turns out to be like they go out after a while and stuff, but he has a previous girlfriend, a Chinese girl who's 17, and you can see the way Scott wants Ramona over this Chinese girl. I can't remember her name. Knives, that's her name. Yeah, Knives. He wants Ramona over Knives, and it makes sense because Ramona is really hot. She sees her in her dreams and all this. But
That's mostly what gets him obsessed.
yeah,
Especially in the comics, that's the reason he's obsessed, because he sees her in his dreams.
but she's portrayed very well. But once again, to the comic, she's very hyper and nice and all this. But in the movie, she seems very dark and kind of playing hard to get through the whole movie, which isn't true to the comic. But they did it really well, so I didn't really mind that part.
Yeah, in the comics, she actually kind of wants to hang out with Scott. She doesn't openly admit it, but she doesn't openly reject him like she did in the movie. Spoiler. Again, sorry.
Yeah, well,
Okay, the movie's been out for about a week. They should have seen it by now.
yeah, anyone watching this should have seen it anyway. But like, it's a good movie, good comic, and actually, we just downloaded the game.
Yeah, both of us, we just both bought the game.
Yeah.
I've been playing the trial for since it came out.
So when we're done playing that, I think we put a review out into that next because I played the trial myself, not that much, but it's pretty amazing. I like it.
I played the trial so much my characters would be at full level right now if I didn't have to start all over again.
Yeah, it's a good game. The game is pretty amazing, like the whole RPG element, and they keep true to the comic and not the movie, which I really like because the music and everything. Oh, the music's done by a band. I don't know the name.
It's a Canadian band.
or something.
Anamaguchi.
Yeah,
We'll put a link to one of their songs.
Yeah, they're pretty amazing, in a sense. Their new style, I never heard music like that before. But they play like apparently they hacked a Nintendo to make the sound or something.
An old NES, apparently.
Yeah.
I heard that from someone.
Yeah, they hacked an old NES to make some of the sounds. I don't know how they did it, but it's pretty amazing.
It's probably just a synthesizer.
Yeah.
To be honest, it just seems like a synthesizer when they played it live, but maybe when they were recording themselves, they probably used a hacked NES.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool.
Fair enough.
Sorry.
It's okay, but like, if you want to check them out, I don't Anamaguchi, I don't know how to spell their name, but if you want to look up a song by them or the song for the first level of Scott Pilgrim the game, it's called Another Winter. Just check it out; it's pretty cool.
Put the link on.
Oh yeah, I'll try and put the link on anyway. Yeah, and I think we close on that because we got 10 minutes showing up here. I think I don't know. We close on that anyway. Last minute general opinion of the movie is pretty good.
If you haven't seen the movie, fucking see it.
Yeah, read the comic first. It's highly
Read
suggested.
the first 2 comics
Yeah.
at least.
It'll give
If
you
you
the
watch the
backstory.
movie and never read the comics, you don't know what you're missing.
It's not the same as Watchmen. Watchmen is like the whole comic is the movie, but in this there's a few bits left out at the back. Backstory.
There's
whatever.
also an animated series. Check that out as well.
Yeah, it's online. You can watch that too. So
I think we'll wrap this up.
yeah.
I'm
I'm DJ,
Salad.
and thanks for watching.
Again,